Oh, dude. I thought I was gonna be late, but because their stream is supposed to start at 10:30. It hasn't started yet, and I was slightly late, but never mind, because they haven't even started yet. Peak has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Although we probably should preface that this is their, like, anniversary stream, so it's not just going to be the Fnaf reveal. They are gonna talk about, like, the whole game, so it's probably not, like, the first thing they'll show. Maybe it is, but I have a feeling it'll either be the first thing or the last thing they show. The monster is 100% necessary. Even though I ironically don't have one right now. Which I wish I did, because I just woke up for this. Monster used to be G Fuel, but I gave up on G Fuel, bro. I had to give in to the monster. It's in my veins now. Man. Yeah, exactly. Not G Fuel. Exactly. Although, you know, I may only have 2K subs, but it, you know, G subs, if they wanted to slide in, I'd let them slide in, that's all I'm saying. That's so real, bro. So real. Oh, man. I know you were probably joking about it being Nightmare Mangle, by the way, but it would be really, really funny if they chose just a really, really, like, obtuse character, dude. I don't even mean obscure, man. Straight up obtuse, bro. Like, it'd be like Rockstar Chica or some shit. Or Orville the elephant. What's going on? Welcome. We're still waiting, because they haven't even started their stream yet. They're supposed to start at 10:30, but... it happens. Well, I'm... to be fair, we're probably in different time zones, but... because for me, it's fucking AM right now. But according to them, because I'm sitting on their stream right now, it was supposed to start 7 minutes ago, so... 100% it'll be Springtrap, for the record. I was making a joke, but yeah, it will be. There's no way it isn't Springtrap. Like, there's a small chance it's the Mimic, because the Mimic is more relevant, technically, right now, but there's... they have said before when they choose licensed killers that they always choose the most iconic iteration, so it'll be Springtrap, yeah. The bigger question is whether it'll be the game Springtrap or the movie. I still think it'll be the game, since they're working with Scott Cawthon directly. They are I want to point out, this collab is not with, like, Blumhouse or Universal, who owns the movie. This is with Scott, specifically, so 100% it'll be the game. Which also means if we get a Survivor, of all things to reveal what Michael Afton actually looks like, it's going to be Dead by Daylight, which is kind of funny. But no, 100% I agree with you. It'll be Springtrap. But it'd be really funny if it wasn't, though. That's all I'm saying. It'd be really silly if it wasn't. Most likely the game in a Spring Bonnie skin. Yeah, I think you get FNAF 3 moldy Springtrap, and you get like a yellow, fresh Fredbear's Family Diner, you know, yellow rabbit. And then maybe down the line we get a movie skin, maybe. I feel like that if we were ever to get the Mimic, it would be a long time from now. I agree with you. I agree with you. Because he's not, or they aren't super fleshed out. Granted, I'm still, like, technically Springtrap isn't either, because we don't even know what Bro's weapon is going to be. For ages, people have been saying it's going to be an axe, but that pisses me off because Bro has never used an axe. In every iteration except for the games, he uses a knife. And there's also going to be a Steel Wool interview tomorrow. True, I saw that on Dalco's Twitter for Secret of the Mimic. That's going to go crazy. That would eat for real. We've been waiting for ages for the DVD collab with FNAF. I know. People have been screaming for it forever. Even ever since I started playing. I started playing religiously when Sadako came out, which I think was 2021 or 2020. Something like that. Maybe that was 2022. I don't remember. Point is, I've been wanting to. It's been my dream collab. And now it's here. So what do you want? What now, you know? What now? I got pretty much everything I could need in Dead by Daylight. I got 2 Resident Evil characters in there. Now I got Springtrap. Next, since we added Kin Kaneki, so you might as well just add Dio Brando from Phantom Blood at this point. Fortnite is the next step. Hey, don't act like you wouldn't play as Jonesy in Dead by Daylight, okay? I'd go hard. I'd go hard. Oh, man. Since they haven't started at 10:30, I'm assuming they're going to start at 11, so we're probably going to be here for like another 20 minutes, but it's fine. It's fine, dude. It's fine, dude. We're used to waiting on the stream. We once waited like 3.5 hours for this very announcement last year on stream, so. We're not strangers to starving. There's 32,000 people just watching this blank DVD screen, dude. Hopefully. What do you, like, we obviously know we're gonna get a killer, right? What do you think the odds are that there's no survivor? I'm enjoying looking at this screen. I didn't put 100% effort in it. This screen's really old. I got the Doritos, the monster, the fucking Baku poster in the back. I've been meaning to add more to it, but I'm not very... I don't use Photoshop because I don't want to pay for Photoshop, okay? So I have to use my editing software, my video editing software, to try and make pictures, and that's harder to do. I have, yes, I have. I've actually, I think I followed on Twitter for the last couple years. I've seen that they've been doing that. I don't blame you. Yeah. Adobe products, dude. Adobe products are crazy. But yeah, I have heard of that mod. I've been keeping an eye on it for the last couple years. Also, I really don't like how the argument against a Fortnite collab is brand integrity when Scott literally increases fucking Funko Fusion. I hate when people talk about that anyway. When people get like pressed because their favorite character's in Fortnite now and they're like, dude, shut up, bro. It's like a mixture of gatekeeping and just being cringe. Because I remember a couple years ago, this is kind of relevant. A couple years ago, I want to say like around 2021, Rainbow Six Siege did a skin collab. It was like a really goofy skin with Rick and Morty. People got so fucking pissed, but it's like, dude, who cares, bro? We're just here to have fun, bro. People get real pressed when you like take away their like realism or whatever. Like real pressed. I hope we get a map. I really do. The odds are low, but like in my head, I've been thinking like you get like an ultimate custom night style map that like the entity like made a map for William Afton to like play in. So it's like a reference to all the games at once. Because none of the pizzerias except for the Pizzaplex are big enough on their own to be a DVD map. So if like if the map is Fazbear Frights, there has to be an outside or just expanded. Largely, I agree with you. It's just it's not big enough. So they either make an original Fazbear Frights that has like remnants of the original layout, or there's an outside, like the original concept that someone made a couple years ago. I can imagine it's going to be Fazbear Frights, all the locations matched together. I don't think it'll be Pizzaplex just because it's Springtrap, and so I think that's kind of like mismatched. But I do agree with the locations matched together, like Ultimate Custom Night, basically. Springtrap's ability should be that he's able to eat his victims. Why has it been such a huge trend in FNAF, what would you say, like analog horror, like fan works? It's been such a huge trend recently that he cooked and ate them. Oh, the stream started! Oh my god, it's loud. I mean, it kind of started. They're just showing merch right now. But not really. Because it's scary. It's kind of scary. Ooh, the Mori. Real. I didn't even think about that. What's Springtrap's Mori gonna be? Because we never really... The games, we've never seen him kill someone. So it'd be funny if his Mori is just that jank-ass jump scare from Fnaf 3. That'd be fucking fried. I hope we get voice lines for Springtrap. If we do, I hope it's the original voice actor. I think his name is... PJ Haywood? Is that his name? I don't remember. Yeah, it is. I got that right. His name is PJ Haywood. Alright, cool. Spring locking you? That would be hard. If the suit stayed on the ground too, which most Moris you do stay... All Moris you stay on the ground afterwards, that goes so hard. That would go so hard, dude. But yeah, if we get voice lines, I hope it's PJ Haywood coming back. That'd be sick. He hasn't got... It starts in 14 minutes now. They have a timer on the screen. So then they lied. The stream was scheduled for 10:30, but it's just going to be 11. Like, okay. Whatever. It's fine. But again, I will preface that since this is their anniversary stream, it's not just the FNAF reveal. They will be talking about a ton of other stuff. So, if you're just here for the FNAF stuff, it's not just that. Again, I feel like that'll either be at the beginning or the very end. Or both. They might like tease it at the beginning and then talk about it at the end. A melee killer, or are they gonna give him a knife? It's gotta be the knife. Because in every iteration, the novels and the movie, he uses a knife. The only time he doesn't is in the games. Dark Timeline, it's Springtrap with Scrap Trap skid or Burn Trap. Well, unfortunately, I don't think Burn Trap's a viable option anymore because he's technically not. Burn Trap's weird. It would be really funny if it was Peanut Afton from FNAF 6. If they made that a skin, that would be hard. In an ironic way. Are you gonna do a live stream for the Steelboy interview tomorrow also? Probably not. Because I can't really stream on weekends. Because I share a space. But I'll probably post about it. Bro, if Burn Trap shows up, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, well. Oh, wait, hold on. This is... It's gone now. There was a Rick and Morty ad at the top of the DVD stream. Why is that there? That's fried. Rick and Morty, new season May 25th. That's hard. That goes hard. I'm just super curious what his power is going to be, man, because I've been thinking about it ever since this was announced. Actually, I've been thinking about it since before it was announced. I don't know what I would do if I was to make a Springtrap chapter. What would his power be? I have no idea what I'd make it. I think I'd try to go for something with the Phantom animatronics, but I don't know. Plus, people are saying that the Mimic should be the killer. It could. There's a slither because he's relevant, but I agree with what was said earlier in chat that it's too early for the Mimic. We haven't really seen the Mimic do enough, I think, yet. We obviously have Ruin, then Secret the Mimic is coming up, but it's obviously not out yet. So I don't think we get the Mimic. Plus, Ennard would be amazing aesthetically. Aesthetically, Ennard would be perfect for DBD. But, as I said before, Matthew Cote, which is like the director of DBD or whatever, he has stated multiple times that like when they do licenses, they typically go for the most iconic thing first, which would be Springtrap. So if we get a sequel chapter, which I definitely think we will, by the way, because there's no way this chapter doesn't sell well. Because Resident Evil got 2 chapters, because the first one did really well, so we got Nemesis and Wesker. So we will 100% get a FNAF Chapter 2, as long as things go well. And that's where you get, I think, the discussion of like Ennard or the Mimic. Ennard would be so hard. But then again, if you do the Mimic, you could probably give the Mimic an Ennard skin. Probably. I don't know. The closest you get to a Mimic in DBD would be Glitch Trap. Probably. Probably. But I don't think it's going to be the Mimic. Oh, shit is happening on this. Oh, it's just a... Never mind. I'll switch it when something actually happens. It's a playing the trailer for casting of Frank Stone again. And the game is literally named Five Nights at Freddy's. That's the icon right there. Kind of, yeah. But the thing is, okay, as Scott has mentioned a few times, the reason I don't think we would ever get Ennard himself, okay, is because the children aren't supposed to be malicious, right? They're not villains. They're more just sort of antagonistic, so I don't think we would ever get... I think if we ever got a haunted animatronic, it would be Elizabeth. since Elizabeth is like down with whatever's going on with her dad, as we see in FNAF 6. Which Scrap Baby, I would fuck with Scrap Baby because that big ass claw, and she has her skates. She could be a rush killer, I'd go hard. But that's not gonna happen, but... I don't see us ever getting a haunted animatronic. Just because the children aren't supposed to be malicious. I can't believe we're 1 month away from the Secret of the Mimic. I know. It's crazy how time flies. And don't worry, I will be making videos on that. Probably, hopefully. I mean, if I can't get there on time, I'll definitely be there. I'll be moving soon, but I don't know exactly when I'm moving. I think a Mimic Trapper would either go like Ruin Appearance plus Pizzaplex plus Vanessa Survivor, or Secret of the Mimic Appearance plus Employee. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. It depends on, like, yeah, 100%. I think whether it would be either of those things would be how well Secret of the Mimic does. Because they actually polished that game has the chance to do better than, Security Breach did. Some killers in DBD like Ken Kaneki are not evil. True, that is true, but it has been stated in their lore for Ken Kaneki that the entity is making him more malicious, because I know that Ken Kaneki is more of an anti-hero in his show. I have never watched Tokyo Ghoul, to be fair. But the entity's kind of like bringing it out, and I get what you're saying, though, and they could just say that. You're not wrong. They could just say that, and yes, I am finally moving. I've been where I am for a really long time, but yeah, I am moving. It's not impossible to get entered, is all I'm saying. I just don't think... Number one, I doubt that would be their first pick, first of all. And for a second pick, it's not improbable. It's not impossible. What if vampires... Hey, man, Dio Brando would be right at home on there, bro. Eight minutes. Tumblr even still up? Because I know everyone got upset at it when they banned, like, NSFW stuff on it, like, 10 years ago. Forgot that even existed. Yeah. Always just cracked, dude. Damn! The best timeline would be Car as the killer. It all started there. That would be... What if that's his Mori? What if it is Mori, he just, like, pulls up in the purple car? That'd be really funny. If Springtrap is killer, it's gonna be the best DVD collab ever. I'm gonna main Spring... Yeah. I mean, it's definitely the most anticipated. Which is why, if you're in the DVD community, the past month, dude, they have been locking the fuck in. They have been updating the game like crazy. They've been trying to improve the game like crazy. They recently cracked down hard on leaks for this game. They are locking in. They know that this is like make or break. If this chapter like falls or fails because of like glitches or something, they know they're cooked. They have locked in because they know it's important. It's kind of like Resident Evil was for them. Their first Resident Evil chapter when they added Nemesis was a really big deal for them and added a lot of players. So this is a big opportunity for them. Big opportunity for them. I think it's, as much as I love Resident Evil, I think this collab is slightly bigger than that, though. Not because one franchise is better than the other, but because the hype around it. The hype around it specifically coming to DVD, that is. Because obviously Resident Evil got hype. The question is, though, like, after FNAF gets added, it's like, well, what's the dream collab next? Because I got 2 already, I thought. Like, if we could get a Survivor paragraph of, like, Clementine, that would be so hard. Now, her last appearance in the game, she's 17, though, so they won't do that. But I also want Dio Brando as a killer. We got Dracula, and we got Ken Kaneki. Give me Dio Brando from Phantom Blood. Unrelated, but I just remembered that one of the modern FNAF fan games is literally an EXE game. Interesting. Is it that FNAF virus game that went around? It's not an actual virus, but it's pretending to be a virus. Is that the one you're referencing? I didn't make a video on that because that was while I was MIA. Might be on my list, though, of things that I missed. Ouch. 6 minutes. The thing is too, like even if Springtrap ends up sucking, I'm still gonna play the shit out of him. It does not matter. That's what I did with Sadako for the longest time, the Onryo. When she came out, I love The Ring, first of all. Goated movie, the original Japanese one. And even though she usually has never really been that great, I still played her because I love her animations. Her like sound effects and shit. So even if he sucks, I'm playing the shit out of him. I mean, he's been wanting it for a while too. He's been talking about it for a while too, so I'm sure he would. I'm sure he'd be very happy. He's been playing Pillar Chase recently. Preparing. Now it's like the one made by this dude who made a rewrite of Security for the... Oh. Sick. Awesome, dude. I don't mean to shame anyone, but I find it wild that a lot of people, like, when they try to do rewrites of FNAF, just try to make it so much that it isn't. Like, try to make it, like, really, really, quote-unquote, dark. But they just go, like, you know the one we talked about last year, that goes way too far with William Afton's character. And making him worse than he already is, for no reason. 8-bit death, and I've played Pillar Chase 2, like, twice. It was pretty chill, though. But yeah, I don't know why the fan, I should say a portion of the fan base just can't accept that FNAF isn't like that. Although, I'll give them credit that, like, really graphic shit happens in the books, though. They try to be 2015, 2016 Scott so bad. The build-up to Sister Location when Scott was geeking the most, I think. Where he had, like, Hanging Mangle on the FNAF World website for, like, a year. That shit was crazy. I had no joke, when I was a kid, when I saw the Hanging Mangle and, like, he did the whole, like, quote-unquote cancel due to leaks, I deadass for, like, 3 seconds thought Scott killed himself. I was so sad. I'm not gonna lie. But that was literally, like, 10 years ago, so I would have been, like, 12 or 13, so... It kind of makes sense. I got real sad, bro. I miss Scott sometimes. I mean, he still talks to us, but... That goober knew how to stir the pot. Two minutes and 53 seconds. The time is near. Now that the song is playing, I'm thinking too, like, what if it was just like Sun and Moon? Like, I keep saying, it'd be so funny if it was just such a random pick. I mean, to be fair, Sun and Moon is a popular character, but, like, that'd be so funny. I really hope that we do get a Freddy cartoon or a Fredbear cartoon for Secret of the Mimic, just like we did with Security Breach. If we do, it would be definitely Fredbear. I mean, we could. Or something at least adjacent to it, but then again, we're a month out, and we haven't gotten that yet, so I don't know. It depends if they do a second trailer or not. Funniest part of the whole review, or rewrite, a professional horror writer in the same video and then proceeds to make an EXE game. Interesting. Devs, oh yes, a character that no one asked for but definitely needed, LOL. To be fair, if they chose an odd pick, as long as it was one that the community loves, they'd love it. And then in terms of what we were talking about before, yeah, it gets bad. That's... I feel like anyone who calls themselves professional, unless they have some sort of PhD, C-body, Blackbird. That's gonna be Blackbird. The Lonely Freddy. Dude, if it's Stitch Wraith, I'd cry. Not because I don't like Stitch Wraith, but just because Andrew is like my nemesis at this point, dude. It's gonna be B7, guys. Dude, B7 is genuinely a good story. Like, really, actually sad. Not gonna lie. Although, people tried to make a really weird discussion out of that story, thinking it was like a allegory for something it was not. Your biggest op? Kinda. Kinda. I still don't believe in bro's existence. You could put him in my face all you want. It just doesn't make any sense. He's the one thing holding back Stitchline games for me. The one thing. Alright. I'm gonna pause the music because the time has come now. I don't know how loud this stream is gonna be. Damn, that's so low and it's loud for me. I wouldn't even be mad about Withered Bonnie, by the way. Especially if they gave him his, if they gave him his Joy of Creation jump scare. I go hard. Reveal starts, Springtrap silhouette appears, gets stabbed, and the fella... Haps, dude, Haps would go so hard. The only reason I like Haps as a story is because I climbed in those tubes as a kid. I feel like if you didn't climb in tubes as a kid, that story is so boring. But because I climbed in tubes as a kid, I was able to imagine it really vividly. I kind of fucked with Haps as a story. I wouldn't even be mad about Withered Bonnie, though, by the way. That'd go hard. Joy of Creation skin would make me complete. It's, to be fair, not impossible. Not impossible. Because of the fanverse being directly associated with Sky. That's not impossible. Unlikely. But it's not... Yeah, actually, hold on. Imagine if the reveal's not even Springtrap. It's like the rat from Five Nights at Candy's. It's like it's not even actually Five Nights at Freddy's, it's just the fanverse. That'd go crazy. Indo 01 would also go crazy, aesthetically speaking. But no, it's Springtrap. There's no way it's not Springtrap. They choose the most iconic thing for the first chapter. Now, the second chapter is where we can get a little bit freaky. If there's a second chapter. I keep saying it like there's gonna be. We've already seen this. I got hyped for like a nanosecond, but we've already seen this. Or at least I saw it on Twitter. That's okay. And pop goes the weasel we trust. I'm Flumpty the egg. I don't think they could do Flumpty. Given what happened with Flumpty's creator, I don't think we can do Flumpty. I never noticed that before when I first watched it. That's third-person Wraith. The hell's going on right there? Why was the Wraith in third person? That was weird. I didn't notice that before. Alan Wake! Dungeons and Dragons!
Hi. Hello. Folks,
the hype is real.
For you. They're still coming.
Oh yeah.
That
Come on in. There's still room. Pyramid Head's at the back there.
Oh wow.
Hi.
So
me when I'm
in
silly.
The biz, they call that a hype
I thought that was
J-Top.
It kind of is. Or, sorry, it kind of looks like him, yeah.
I felt pretty hype coming out of that. Thank
I
you
kinda see it.
everybody for joining us today.
Especially from a distance.
Dead by Daylight's 9th anniversary live stream spectacular from PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts.
No, hell no, they in Fallout 4? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
This is one of my favorite events every year, but I haven't been here for a good decade. What's happening? I don't... Oh, is the unknown? Is the unknown here?
The Freakazoid.
It's a great event. I used to live in Boston, Massachusetts.
That's a shame.
But for some reasons out of our control, we haven't come for a number of years.
Yeah.
There was a global thing that happened.
Yeah. But yeah, PAX has always been very special for us. It's not only is it an amazing place to be, it's just awesome to be with our people here, but it's where it all began for us, right?
It is.
9 years ago, we had the smallest little booth you can get in the corner there, and then we showed our little game to people. We didn't have much back then. We were a team of 30 people. We had a dream. We had stars in our eyes.
Look at that. Wowzers.
Oh, Jiminy Jilliker.
Live reaction.
But we had this little gem of a game, you know, this strange asymmetrical multiplayer game where 4 people are trying to escape a nightmare while someone is trying to murder them all. And somehow it resonated. People understood what we were bringing, and it worked.
It worked indeed. And you know what? We dove right into it. If no one knows, you should be ashamed. But this man right here,
Cassie's not amused.
Matt Cote, our head of partnerships on Dead by Daylight.
That jacket he got on low-key swag.
And my name's Eric Pope. I'm the community director on Dead by Daylight, and I'm very happy you're here.
Yippee! The Springtrap fucking.
So as Matt was saying,
What is that,
PAX
bro?
specifically is
I'm covering
very
it, no.
important to DBD. And Matt, I don't know if you know this. We've gone back to the archives, not those archives, our archives. We've gone back to our archives. Calm down. And we found a little clip of Matt from the very first one. So why don't we roll that?
How many killers, how many survivors are you hoping to add? A lot more, or?
Yes, many, many more. The idea has always been when you start the game, you don't know who you're up against, you don't know what powers are going to be facing you, don't
So
know
real.
which map you're going to be in, and the other survivors, you don't know what abilities and perks and whatnot they're going to bring.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
The game used to be so ugly back in the day.
My eyebrows back then.
Let's have a hand for Matt's eyebrows. 2016 eyebrows were very bushy. I love it. So I like to think the team delivered on what you said, and now we are in a place where we have 38 killers. 38 survivors, 45. Jesus, I have it backward. 38 killers, 45 survivors.
I remember how lucky the game used to be. Trust.
A billion perks.
About a billion perks.
That's how you get the
So many
unknown.
Really, really awesome licenses that came to join us over the years.
Yeah, so I think you have always said it's kind of a love letter to the 70s and 80s horror movies that we all love. What really kicked it off on the partners licensing side was
Halloween.
Mr. Michael Myers, right?
Yeah, Halloween.
There are a few here, I believe. Halloween was the very first time we brought in some legends of horror. Many more followed after that.
Yeah, Leatherface, Chucky, Alien.
Ghostface,
It'd be a very different game if they never got licenses.
and on and on.
Yes, and on it rolls.
So that's a pretty important
one of
event.
the big milestones for us was probably like Silent Hill.
Dub.
Silent Hill was the very first time we had a video game chapter, and for us it meant quite a lot because
Cheryl
Silent Hill and
Mason.
Resident Evil specifically were games that inspired a lot of us on the team to make video games, right? They
My
were
goat,
with us
Resident
when we
Evil.
were young, and being able to work with these people to create something in our game that they were proud of,
W.
that they thought their fans would enjoy, was so validating and humbling, honestly.
We should do more with them, I agree.
Yes.
I'm just saying, that's my opinion. Just
Resident
a
Evil
opinion.
Chapter 3.
I just realized,
Lady
by the
D
way,
is
I
the
wanna
killer.
apologize to this half of the room because I'm just looking over here at Matt.
Okay, I'm looking at them.
Hi. Yeah, you get Matt's face, which is better in the end anyway. Or you can look at me up there. Sorry. So yeah, iconic licenses, Matthew. It's a nice segue actually to our show today. We've made add another or some.
Yes.
Speak about it, please.
Well, then let's, without further ado,
Yeah, what are we
dive into
gonna
the
talk
run of
about today?
show to tell you what we're actually going to talk about instead of Matt and I just rambling. So if you want to put that up on the screen,
They're
we're
edging me.
things off whenever you want with Jose and Justin to talk about the
Oh, wow.
upcoming
It's the
content
second
roadmap,
thing they're going to talk about.
as well as quality of life updates.
Stop it.
What does choose your own character mean? I know I'm blocking it a little bit.
Dave and I will be back to give
What does
you
that mean?
more details on the next chapter, which is, of course, Five Nights at Freddy's.
5 nights
It's
at
plural.
Freddy's.
It's 5 nights, not 5 nights. It's 5
What?
nights. Get it right. Matthew Cote, you're cooked.
They
You're done,
said
buddy.
It could never happen.
There's supposed to be an S at the end of the
We
nights.
shouldn't do it.
We're doing it.
At least it's not last.
Doing it live.
To be fair, I'm interested in the whole stream
After
myself.
that, we've got fan favorite Rosalie to
Third
introduce you to
emoji.
some amazing upcoming collections that are coming to the game.
Custom characters, that's what I was thinking, but I feel like that's not the case.
And then my favorite, Dave, no shame on you.
No, that's not.
Dave is coming back after that, and he's going to tell you about another one of our original chapters that we're going to do that has a major twist.
It's a little
to it.
spoiled on the picture right there. It says
Yep.
choose your own chapter, but just pretend.
Oh, that says
you don't
chapter,
know.
not character.
You
I'm
can't
illiterate.
read.
I'm
So I
illiterate,
think that's
bro.
enough. We can get things
This is
rolling
chapter,
now.
not character.
Thank you,
I'm
Matt.
illiterate, bro. Why did no one tell me that's what that said?
I'm just gonna
Or did you all just roll with what I
Matt, He's
said?
gonna come back. Don't worry, Matt.
I'll be back.
Matt's not done with the show by a long shot. Thank you, Matt.
I thought that said
Bye.
character. I'm trolling, bro. I'm trolling.
And now we'll welcome
You blocked, but
Justin
true.
Brown and Jose.
True, I did. I was
Ramos.
blocking it. I can't lie. Springtrap.
Welcome, guys.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Jose is our executive producer on Dead by Daylight. He's a vice president as well, for people who care about that sort of
Ow.
thing. Justin is our senior director of product management.
Dude, Rick and Morty
You
keeps
know
popping
what
up in the
that
top
means?
left, bro. Stop.
He cares a ton
Please.
about the game, actually. He's kind of one of the main people that my team talks to from the community team to help make changes happen in the game. And so that's why they're here, because yes, we have the content roadmap that we're going to talk about, which is cool and new stuff, but also, more importantly to me, quality of life. The quality of life initiative couldn't have happened without these guys.
Yes,
Huge.
absolutely. It is one way to do my very first live stream, so that's pretty amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I think I will.
I don't think I've ever
tell
been
my
to a
kids that there were
New Year's
12,000
party
people
as a
on the
whole.
show. That's something like that. So yeah, as you said, I think we want to give you a sneak peek of our content roadmap leading us to the 10th year anniversary, which is crazy just to say it. We will also give you an update on our quality of life efforts. As you mentioned, something incredibly important for us, hopefully for you.
What is a party? Exactly. What is a what is a
give you all the
father?
details.
Yes, of course. And before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out, a thank you to the incredible Dead by Daylight team back home. It is because of their hard work and passion that we're able to deliver this content and this quality, you know, year after year.
Shout out to the DBD team.
Exactly. Exactly. Beachness.
Watching-
Exactly.
While they work, I hope. So, sorry, that's loud. I told everyone they can go do quiet mic. I'm very loud. Why don't we talk about some of the highlights? Of the
Bro is
history of
nervous.
Jose?
He's been nervous this whole
Yeah,
time.
for sure. So a lot of highlights, of course. I think the main focus was to bring things that you have waited for many, many, many years. I think the main one, of course, is 2v8. So bringing 2v8 to life.
2v8 was a W
something
game
that
mode.
We really wanted to achieve. Cross progression is something that also you waited for a very long time, and that now you can have. From a content standpoint, I think between Vecna, Dracula, A Killer with a Dog, but also the very most recent chapter that we released with Tokyo Ghoul was one of the most popular chapter ever, really, that we have had, and it was quite
I mean,
amazing.
it's just pretty hyped, I think, to have
You're a
anime
big
in there for
anime
people.
fan, so you probably felt.
Yeah, and honestly, not only that, but the way we managed to bring the anime into the art side of DBD, I think the team...
They did
made
do a
an
really good job
amazing
at that.
Yeah, that was really, really cool.
Shout out to our anime fans.
That would technically be the hardest part about doing that.
Many of them.
Our anime fans in Boston, Massachusetts.
French guy.
Thank you for indulging me.
But also, you know, this chapter gave us a chance, an excuse to travel to Japan for the first time in a very long time. It was long overdue. I think Dave, Matt, and the rest of the team spent really quality time.
I remember when I also
That's
thought DBD was
really what
scary.
We want to do a bit more, you know.
I mean, it still has, like,
spending
creepy
time
shit in it,
with
but,
going to
you know, you
events
play it
like this
enough, but it,
and more to
yeah.
come. We went in Scotland recently. We went
But when I
Sao Paulo
first
for
played it,
Gamescom,
back on a
Latin just
PS4,
last
like
week,
2017,
and
when I saw the
again, we're
nurse, I shit my
hoping
pants,
we have
bro.
More events to come.
Yeah, and to not confuse you, actually, we did release another chapter after Tokyo Ghoul just this week.
Steady
with the
pulse.
Unshakable EMT Orella Rose, which is very cool.
Steady pulse.
And though I imagine most of you have seen it already, we're still going to take just a minute to watch her
She still is.
amazing trailer.
She still is Horde. Steady pulse.
I got you. You're gonna be all right.
I didn't play this test server for this, but I heard the perks were pretty good. Ambulance.
This cannot possibly be real.
Nia.
My name is Orella. I'm here to help.
Mia. Yeah, I didn't play the PTB for this, but like I said, I heard the perks were good. So, W character.
We got to do a lot of fun teasers for Arella, so it was really cool to see people kind of fall in love with her before they even knew who she was. So we know people like teasers. We've heard that, so we're going to try to keep doing more teasers in the future. So thank you. And one last thing about Arella, actually, I think you see it on the screen right now.
Let's go, different colors.
Running a charity initiative right now based on Arella.
Oh, never mind, it's charity. I can't make fun of it anymore. My fault.
St. Justine Foundation
I'll take it back.
in Montreal. They help sick kids. So it's running
My fault.
already in-game. It's going until the 27th of May. All you have to do, if you haven't already, is purchase one or both of those beautiful outfits in the game with orc cells, please, orc cells. And 100% of the proceeds are going to.
I was just making fun of the fact that it's just a color swap, but it's for charity, so I can't make fun of it.
Thank you.
I just got flashbacks from last year, the day collab was revealed. Shit was a journey. We sat here for hours waiting for that. Just going insane.
Calendar. So we're going to dive in now to the year 10 calendar, Justin.
That's right, and this is the time when I try to bite my tongue and not give you guys any spoilers. Sorry. I will say we have 5 chapters. 3 will be licensed, 2 will be original. Of course, the next chapter you guys already know is Five Nights at Freddy's.
License. We're popping off, dude.
Killer and
Or sorry, that's not licensed, but
Matt
it
are
is.
going to be up to talk way more about that just after us. We're going to follow that up with another licensed chapter that will feature 2 iconic survivors.
2 survivors.
I won't reveal who they are today, but you guys are going to love it for sure. And then finally, we're going to end the summer with an original chapter, the first one of the year. It's going to be on one of our
double
favorite
survivor
themes,
paragraph
folklore,
with no killer?
Asian horror folklore specifically.
Asian horror.
It is going to be one of the most gruesome chapters we've ever released, so we cannot wait to get it into your hands.
It's messy. It's gory.
Very messy. We will
Very
close our
messy.
year with one big licensed chapter with not 1 but 2 survivors. And the last one is actually very interesting. It's a very special chapter. You see there is no killer in there, and that's because there will be a survivor, but also a new realm that we know you are going to love. I wish I could spoil more. It's not yet there, but we will talk about it in the future. And there will also be a twist on an existing killer. So the point also of this is because killer requires so much effort, we again want to give enough space and room to the team to be able to work on those quality of life elements. That's very important for us that, you know,
I hope so.
Kind of focus
but I don't want it to be the TV show, even though it's going to be. I want it to be the goddamn video game, but it's not going to be.
For some of you, of course, the content is what
I want Lee and
drives
Clementine, bro.
to, the new content that comes to DBD.
Rick.
But I also think for a lot of you, and myself included, who, you know, I talk to the community every day.
Let me tell you
the
something.
quality of the game, the quality of health of the game is just as important as the new stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about now. Like I said earlier, I'm really psyched that this is being prioritized. As Jose just mentioned, we've even taken the decision here and there to adjust the schedule of the year's releases based around doing more work on quality of life.
I mean, that's nothing but a W.
Jose, why don't
Even if you get less content, that's a W.
So again, success of DBD is about the community. And so this year, what we really want is to get all that feedback, to have more conversation than ever, to apply that feedback, and to improve the overall experience of DBD. We think we're going to show with some details that we have made great progress, but that doesn't mean that we are not going to meet some hiccups. The last release that we just had, we know has brought bugs on some of the killers, and that's something that we want to react very quick on. There is a lot more.
I would hope so.
Again, we are going to give a lot of details on.
Yeah, and just to mention on this week's release, maybe a little rocky, we are holding our hot fix schedule a couple extra days so we can get more fixes into it. Still coming next week, hoping to fix as many of the bumps in the road that we ran across with this week's release.
Of course, and if you've watched the live streams over the last couple of years, this is the moment when I would usually tell you about the 4 pillars we based our roadmap on. But this year, we're doing things differently. It's all around one central North Star, which is to make sure that Dead by Daylight is respecting our players' time. And so all of our focus is really about delivering on that.
We're going to make the game good. I already love the game, so don't worry about it.
We've already started rolling out the
but still, that's funny. It's kind of funny to say, I'm not going to lie. I don't know why.
The abandoned feature, which went out last release. It was pretty well received. We got also a lot of great feedback on how we can tweak it to be even better. So it's been a cool way to kick off the initiative with a
I was about to say the game is good. It is, but a lot of people would disagree though.
Of course.
But
and
I
the most
do
recent
like it.
release, I mean, despite some of the issues that you know are already there.
I just love the
did fix
gameplay loop,
critical
even if I suck at it.
check release window, which had been sort of a plague for a long time, finally resolved. The unhook spam exploit resolved. We also finally added perk previews, which we had tested a long time ago. Not to be confused with seeing your Survivor teammates perks, which is something we'll do later in the year as well. And then the sort of controversial.
I'll be lurking in your
list,
streams, Beaches.
do plan
I'll be
on
seeing.
monitoring that. The intention is never
Don't worry about it.
more grindy. In fact, it should be the opposite, if anything. So we're going to look at the numbers. We're going to see if there's tweaks we have to make on the quest system. But we're really happy that you can finally make progress on more than one quest in a match, in addition to removing that awkward pain point you've probably all experienced where you load into a match and then say, oh no, I already completed my last quest, now I can't make any
Yeah, this
progress
is a
on
huge
this
W
match."
change.
So that's finally removed.
What are the chances of ban coming to be not 0?
Cool. So
'Cause
we have a
FNAF-
set we can put up on the screen. to help
FNAF
us
is the
in that
first
section.
indie horror thing.
Yes.
There it is.
So a bunch of
If I
stuff in that
think about it
stream.
hard enough, I
I'm
think
not
that's the
going to go
case.
through it all, but a few ones that I really want to.
So not
highlight is
0.
Everything you see in blue. So in green is what we have released. In blue is
My
what is
headphones
going
disconnected
to
and some
actually
customers
release
heard
just in
sad
June.
Suki stream.
So very, very soon around the corner. And a few,
W
a
mod.
few ones that I
W
wanted to
mod right there.
highlight
He's going
is,
above
for
and beyond the
example,
Call of
gamma
Duty.
setting. We know that it can be tough when it comes to the darkness level of some map, and being able, especially for console players, to be able to deal with those gamma settings is again going to go a
Interesting.
long way.
Body blocking
Context
prevention.
is quite important. Encouraging survivors to not give
Improved
up.
AFK bots.
Is really something that we want to fix and improve. And one last one, sorry, that I wanted to discuss a bit more in details. Is the bulk blood point spending. I was watching the stream of one of my favorite content creators just a few days ago with the release of Orella. She was super excited, saved millions and dozens of millions of blood points. And it takes a while. It takes a long time to spend those blood points. So being able to spend them in a matter of few seconds.
kinda does, not gonna
is, I
lie.
think, again,
I save up
step
for every
forward to
chapter and
become
I'd be spending,
massively
and you'd be there for like 20
for
minutes.
players, for sure.
And this is how we find out I'm not your favorite content creator? Wow. Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's great. I've had a few people come to the booth here at PAX just talking about the bulk blood point spending too. So glad that that's almost here.
Almost there. Oh yeah, and no, actually there is another one, which is custom game improvements. So this one is actually, for me, a cool story. Is we had
Custom match, yeah.
custom
It's just-
matches.
can you move the mic? You move the mic when you talk. I want to make sure everyone hears Jose. Custom match improvements.
Custom match improvement. Yes, we had a really great conversation with tournament organizers, with some content creators, in order to understand what they really wanted. And the list was really good. But then we asked, but what is the top priority that we have? Because we want to make sure that we will be quick to deliver on this. And we have identified those, and they wanted to move from 1 spectator slot to 5 spectator slots.
Oh, my
They wanted
Wi-Fi
to
just pooped
adhere
itself
to
for a
the
second.
issues, pretty easily from one player to another, and we are going to bring those things right into this June
But I'm
release.
alive.
So happy to go fast on this one.
Yeah, and of course, that's not where we're going to end with custom match. That's just what we're delivering in June. In the future, throughout the year, we're going to add more customization options to custom match, including the ability to start selecting time event modes in custom match specifically, which will be very cool.
W
What about
custom game,
2v8?
W
Can
fart.
that be in custom
And-
match too?
Yes, it will include 2v8 in
Oh,
custom.
yeah. Dave liked that one. Or maybe that was Matt. So we built this list. My team got to be really involved in building this list based on your feedback that we've seen out in the community over years, some of these things. And we're going to continue doing that. So continue giving us your feedback, even as they release, like the abandoned feature. We know you don't get it one and done. We want to iterate and make them as good as they can be. So keep that up. It's not just lip service. Your feedback is super, super important. So thank you for that. And now, phase 2. We've already talked about stuff that people generally knew about. Now we can get into the second half of our quality of life initiative.
Yeah, of course. And so phase 2 is meant to take us
Keyboard and
to the
mouse
end
on
of the year and
consoles.
even beyond. And
Prestige
we're going to
rewards.
Deliver a little bit more than we had even previously communicated on. So I guess I'll give it to.
I
Jose
don't know what more you can do about anti-tunneling.
So the
What
first
more
thing
can you
that
do
can
about
see on
that?
the screen, all the measures that we want to take in order to improve camping, slugging, tunneling. We will actually give you more details in the coming weeks and in the coming months. We want to do it right. It's something that we want to carefully craft, and we want to also discuss more with our community and our content creators to make sure, again, we do it right. There is things like the keyboard and mouse support that we are going to bring actually in the summer, along with balance changes for map and keys that you are going to give us more details on.
Right, so map and keys, for the longest time, we've had 5 Survivor items, of which only 2, maybe 3 have felt relevant. There's been these 2 sort of semi-relevant.
I'm not saying it should not even be in the game. It is definitely something you have to do sometimes. But I just don't know what else they could possibly do to try and, like, punish you for doing so. Quote-unquote punish. Who's up Freddying their Fazbear? Probably everyone in this chat, low-key.
And then keys are going to focus on revealing the killer's aura. They will still open the hatch. And there's also going to be some new gameplay related to the chests that the keys take.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever... I think I've used a key once, bro.
Also gonna be an ooh.
Yeah,
I don't touch keys or maps.
So, in addition to bug fixes, there's a bunch of things we're super excited to tackle. The first, probably the biggest, is an MMR revamp. We've been hearing you guys complain about it for a long time. We really want to focus on making sure that MMR takes into account the actions you take in a game and how you
Sure,
play,
I guess.
as opposed to
Doing it in a bad way specifically, like right off rip.
So that's going to be a really big change coming to MMR. We've heard it. We're excited to deliver that. We're going to
MMR revamp, people. If you don't know what that means,
Notice how no one
matchmaking,
clapped for the French man.
ranking, and it's,
That's interesting.
it'll help with
Take note of that.
Yeah. For the first time ever in an update, we're going to introduce a new Survivor item this summer, which will be very cool, right into core. It'll be exciting.
A new item.
Of course, we're bolstering our anti-cheat measures because that's always a problem. We're going to start showing you queue time, estimated queue time, which we don't do right now, which will be great this summer. And
Simple but cool feature.
As much as we all
Queue
love
times.
2v8, we all know
Poor
that there's
Fridge
one
dude.
Very, very big problem.
Yeah, they clapped for him, but they didn't clap
That's
for the
how
French
long
dude.
you
They
have
clapped
to
for everybody
wait as a
but
killer
French
to get
dude.
into a match, 12,
Why they do him like
14
that?
minutes sometimes. Not on the next iteration, but the one coming in the
I
summer.
think he's like
we're
French
gonna
Canadian.
introduce a
So maybe that's like a double
play
negative. I don't
while
know.
queue feature. So you can queue up as killer. While you're queued up as killer, you can play matches as Survivor in 2v8. While you wait, it'll hold your spot
Interesting.
in line. You come back to the lobby, and you're ready to queue up as your killer.
That's
So
interesting.
You don't have to just sit there and look at the lobby screen for 12, 13, 14 minutes anymore.
Just a note on that, that's coming very soon.
I do that a lot. The UNC thing, I do that a lot. You French quote-unquote people. Man, he's French
It's coming
Canadian.
very
Is that
soon,
double?
but
Is
not
that like a
in
better
the
or
next
worse?
Iteration of 2v8, which is even ultra soon. So the next.
But it's interesting you can play
just
while
so your
queuing.
expectations are set. Okay.
That's neat.
One last thing, we do need to wrap it. I got the wrap it up signal about 5 times now.
Bro said, hey, it's 5
if
Nights at
you're
Freddy's
a
time.
Content creator in the audience.
Pack it up, buddy.
We also have some quality of
Hey.
life for you. We are overhauling the Dead by Daylight.
I'm
creator
French
program
devil emoji.
completely.
Damn. Oops. Well, at least you're not Canadian.
And that's going to include what's called a support a creator system, which maybe you know from other video games. It'll
Just
actually
kidding.
support your favorite creator. The idea is that is be a wide way for pretty much any deserving creator to be able to work with us.
I'll
get stuff
sweat my
from
way
us,
into that creator
and
code,
reward us.
chat.
So stay tuned. We're going to talk a lot more about that.
I had a
in our
Fortnite
next
one for like
broadcast
3 months,
later-
like
later this
6
month or
years
next
ago.
month. And I do need to wrap up now, guys.
They let me
Thank
have it
you
because I had
so much for
1,000
joining us.
followers on
You know what it is?
Instagram,
Thanks, everyone.
Awesome, thank you.
which is really funny. Because ain't nobody use it.
You okay for me to go?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
think some people here want to hear about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe this guy in particular.
So we are going to let that happen and bring out Dave and Matt to tell you all about it.
Imagine
Thank you,
Scott came out.
everybody.
That'd go hard. He's gonna use one of his few his 1 a year public appearance, if that even. This is where the fun begins, chat. Oh my god, they teleported.
Pax.
That was crazy.
Isn't it awesome to be back here?
French dude.
Amazing
No.
to be back here. It's nice to see you, even though I don't see quite well. It's nice to see you
Lamau.
in person. Also, hi to everybody watching us online.
Hello.
And shout out to all the cosplayer. I've seen some of them. They're amazing. Especially Mr. Unknown somewhere there. Amazing. But I don't see anything, so, right?
After.
Yeah. All right. So, of course, being here is pretty special, and we're here. It's
Plain
perfect.
face.
We're here to
Emoji.
announce and to reveal a little bit more of our top requested, of all time of the history of Dead by Daylight, the top requested license.
Yeah, so Five Nights at Freddy is our next.
Stop saying it like that. It's pissing me off.
One of those
Five Nights at
crazy
Freddy.
games. It's such an amazing story. They released about 10 years ago. Just
That low-key
like we did.
PMO, bro.
It was one of the first little
Five Nights at
horror
Freddy.
games.
Why does
Today,
everyone
it
do
is
that?
A gigantic behemoth of a game and universe.
It's probably his accent, isn't it?
We are thrilled to have Five Nights at Freddy's universe.
He got the
finally come
Freddy's.
into the fog.
Yeah, Freddy's that time, but not Nights. I think it's his accent, to be honest.
So of course, the team
Nerd
has
emoji.
had a blast creating this chapter. It's such an amazing universe to explore. And I just wanted to say really quickly that, we do survey. We survey our community to know what you want out of licenses and content, and we listen to it. And Five Nights at Freddy's has been the top of the list for the longest time.
Hell yeah, brother.
So finally, it's here.
So what are we doing with Five Nights at Freddy?
Yeah, okay. So let's start and
Just say FNAF at this
reveal
point.
our new killer. Let's
Stop saying
show that bad boy.
I love you, Matthew. Oh my lord. My glorious king. Oh, I saw like a nanosecond. What was that? Oh, that's a map too. 100%. God, the text is so blurry at the bottom. You like that? Question mark? The model looks great, even though that was just a painting.
Thank you for that. So I guess we made the right choice. Yeah, it was obvious to us too. Of course,
Freddy my Fazbear as we speak.
The ultimate villain of the series. And
Hell yeah,
for
brother.
the first time ever, you'll be able to be in the suit. Isn't that amazing? You'll be the killer. You'll be Springtrap.
He will be known as the animatronic in our game.
Absolutely.
Oh, I
yes.
was hoping they would
So,
call him the Yellow
the
Rabbit, but that's fine.
animatronic. Today we
The
won't
animatronic
go
is fine.
into, the power or the perks. Yeah, we're not revealing a lot, but
Damn.
but
But fair.
Show some screenshots later, and if you
Please.
watch closely, you might see something very interesting. We're adding on top of the killer a very interesting survival and killer mechanic that's quite unique to this chapter. That will appear every time you play as Springtrap.
What?
Or that you face Springtrap. So you might get a clue about this. So obviously, we will.
What does that mean? That's so
reveal more
cryptic.
of that in a couple of weeks in another stream.
That's so cryptic.
But I want to say that the power and the perks are really authentic to the universe of.
I wouldn't know, buddy.
Freddy's.
Yes. Now, one of the other ways that
Yes.
we like to bring
Yeah.
authenticity to the content that we
Real.
create is with cosmetics, of course. And there are going to be a few really cool ones as we release this. But there's one we absolutely need to talk about today. A legendary outfit for Springtrap that we'll have will be taken directly from the movie.
Cool,
and
yes.
We're gonna show a little thing.
Cool, cool. W. Look at the menu. Oh my goodness. Matthew Lillard, W. That's hard. That's hard, bro. Nah, that's we got best of both worlds. We got the movie and the game.
So,
The debate is over. We got both.
of course,
GG. We got Matthew Lillard.
you may have noticed on screen there.
God
this
damn
is
it.
the yellow rabbit from the movie.
Yes!
As portrayed
Yellow rabbit,
by
the yellow rabbit.
Absolutely talented Matthew Lillard.
Do we have Matthew Lillard
So
voice lines?
It's fine. Get it out. Not only are we going to have his pretty face in the game, but he was nice enough to record all the
Yes!
voiceovers for the characters.
Yes! We got Matthew Lillard and probably PJ Haywood too. We're winning, chat.
That's exactly what I said when
We're
I
winning.
heard that.
We're winning. This is literally the best outcome. Yes!
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I do the stupidest thing ever. The way I get into this
The
thing, I do
goat!
like an ape thing. So hold on a sec.
What is Bro doing?
Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ready or not, here I come.
So true, real. No, that's hard.
He
Bro,
is
it's
such a
tweaking.
cool guy.
So as you've seen, there is no survivor in this chapter, but yeah.
Interesting.
But there is a map.
Yeah! The trade-off!
Thank you.
The trade-off.
We
I don't
couldn't
care.
do this
Fuck
without,
Michael Afton.
Of course, the iconic location of Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria.
Which one?
You have things?
Ah! 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 Oh, I called it. I knew it was going to be set in this realm. This is the Garden of Joy
So
realm.
we-
I knew
we
it.
took inspiration
Aesthetically, it
from
makes
the
so much
first game,
sense.
So, you know, most of it.
Oh my god. Look at Chica!
So instead of looking
Ah!
at your camera, you're actually going to walk in it.
Ah!
And it's filled with Easter eggs, surprises.
Oh my god.
And of course, jump scares.
Oh my god. Nah, hold on, bro. Now, this can't come sooner.
And there's also one fantastic. Oh well, I'll let you.
This can't come
react to
sooner,
this
bro.
a bit more, I think.
Is it the pit?
It is cool. It's
The
an
pit.
awesome map. The team did great.
The pit!
Can't wait for you to play into it. So there's also
Ball
something
trap is
very,
coming,
very
chat.
cool, a quality of life feature that we're adding with this chapter. We will have
This is so peak.
separate queue where you'll be able to go exclusively in this map.
Yes, that's such a W. They're learning from Rainbow Six Siege. That's a W feature.
And that's something that's
They
gonna be
didn't-
present for
they didn't scream
every
hard enough. That's a
upcoming
W.
map in the future also.
Yeah, the
let
pit
us
is giving
know
me
if you actually
PTSD.
like the feature, and that's what we'll do.
No, that's a W feature.
All right.
That is a W feature.
I mean, if everybody hates it, we'll take
My
it
least
out,
favorite
but
thing about a game is when a new map comes out and you can't get the new map. You're just unlucky.
we try to listen.
That's a
is what I'm
W
saying.
feature. Now, L
what
crowd,
else?
bro. L crowd.
Well, I think we're actually out of time on this one, so it's okay. There's going to be a big stream. Also, you should know, especially there might be a few people here who are big fans of Five Nights at Freddy that do not know Dead by Daylight so well yet. So go check out our socials.
Listen,
check
some
out
people are probably gonna be
newsletter.
upset we didn't see more, but I'm content as shit right now.
More information in the weeks.
Yeah, but map offerings are getting reworked, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But I know what you're
Right now,
saying.
Dave and I will scoot.
But you always have the goofball that brings a map offering of not the new map.
And right now
So,
we'll leave the room to Rose and Eric to take you through
but no,
some
I know some people are gonna be
really
disappointed, but I'm
cool
content, bro. That
collections coming
map,
this year.
that map looks amazing. The model looks amazing. We're getting Matthew Lillard too. I don't give a shit. We don't get a survivor. Fuck Michael Afton.
What is it we're removing? We're removing the map? No? Okay. I couldn't hear backstage. So Five Nights at Freddy's.
Dude, this
huh?
guy.
Wow. How do we follow
Oh, I like
that?
her. We've seen her before in some of these streams.
Well, I'll tell
She's
you
cool.
how,
I like her.
Rose.
She's like an
Little
artist or something.
upcoming collections.
See?
Thanks for joining us, Rose. Rose is.
We're gonna keep watching 'cause they said we'd see more later, so we might see more by the
Share
end.
Cool cosmetics,
Like
and
screenshots or
today
something.
Is no exception. So why don't we dive in, because this show is running by us very quickly. So speaking of very quickly, I want to remind people or let people know maybe for the first time. About a year ago, we did a community contest.
Dude, we skyrocketed to
where
10
people got to
viewers,
submit
but
designs,
you just
story
missed it.
killers,
The whole Fnaf shit
survivors,
just stopped.
among with other things. And they've just started rolling out in this
Oh,
week's
wow.
update. So I think we have a little image or video. Maybe. We got Jake
That's kinda
Lone
cool.
Wolf,
That's a cool singularity
Jake
skin. I
Lone
fuck with
Wolf
that.
outfit by Fairy Kun, Little Friend Badge by Yuki Yamato, and Singularity Death Top by It's Your Boy.
That's cool.
You may have heard some discussion about the Singularity, that it's missing something on its face. Should we add the frowny face back to that? Now we have to. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Wow.
This is how community people pressure the devs to do things.
Just for you, though. Just for you.
Thank you, Rose. So we'll be doing that, so stay tuned. And we have a bunch more winners that are going to be rolling out in Rifts throughout the year. So thanks again to everyone who submitted. We're going to be doing another one. Stay tuned. So, cosmetics. Sorry for shouting. So
Played
there's
face.
a really exciting one, Rose, that, you know, taps into maybe a video game relevant audience.
So, as you guys might already know, we love dark fantasy at Dead by Daylight. As you can tell from our Fortune and Fog and Dungeons and
Dark
Dragons
fantasy.
chapters, now we're super
And it's a
thrilled
video
to be
game.
inviting another incredible fantasy world.
What could it be?
the world of Dead
Could it be
by
like Elden Ring?
Daylight with
Was it The Witcher?
This place.
Oh,
There's
cool.
evil here.
death hangs in the air.
Cool. No, that's cool. It's a chaos shuffle too. Oh, okay. Cool. That's a W.
You guessed it, the Witcher collection.
That's
coming
W.
out on June 3rd.
June 3rd.
They've been having really good ones, man. Alan Wake.
So fans of The Witcher.
The Witcher.
One, you're one. I hope we got some other. It sounds like we have some other Witcher fans.
For Survivor paragraphs, that's cool.
It's a cosmetic collection.
A cosmetic collection, my fault.
6 new Witcher-themed outfits coming to the fog.
Exactly. And of the 6, there are 2 legendary outfits. The first one being the Leshen outfit for the artist.
That's hard. That goes hard.
And of course, Geralt of Rivia outfit for Vittorio.
Okay. So he's not technically a character, but you can play as him with a legendary skin.
So one of the best
Still cool,
parts
though.
of
Still
Geralt's
cool.
outfit is that it comes with a great new batch of voice lines recorded specifically by Doug Cockle, the
That's cool.
character's original voice actor.
That's huge.
Shout out to Doug Cockle. Any fans of him? He's actually in attendance at PAX this weekend. I saw. He's down in the signing area, so go meet him after the show.
That's pretty swag. I won't lie.
That's not all. In
That's
the
not all.
collection, we also have very rare outfits.
Yennefer?
for Yennefer,
Yeah, let's go. Kate, it's on Kate.
Ciri,
Sable. For
Triss
Sable, that's a W.
Marigold,
Then Trish on Michaela makes
and
sense because she's redhead.
Eridan.
That's
So
hard.
Stay tuned. We'll release more info.
Although I
on
hate playing the
social
night, but that's hard.
Wow. I actually didn't know we were going to show all those. That's great. We change things at the last minute a lot of times. So those look fantastic. I'm excited. Just a note about if you're wondering, if you're kind of deep into deep into this game, his medallion, Geralt's medallion, the eyes light up in the Witcher. That's not going to happen in our game, so the entity doesn't want him to have kind of
suppresses all magical powers.
Yeah. So in case people were worried about that, it's not happening. Okay.
Elbozo got nerfed by the entity, get trolled.
We also have some super cool Witcher-themed rewards attached to an upcoming Chaos Shuffle event coming out at the same time.
So probably like the player
And
card stuff.
One of them is this amazing.
Now that's
Geralt
crazy,
in
bro.
the Tub player card.
Red 44 gonna be rocking this, bro.
Without sharing this, so enjoy.
No, that's crazy, bro.
Our requisite feat content has been met for the show. So yes, June 3rd is right around the corner. Get psyched. But we still have some more to show you of other things. We're done with The Witcher for now, but other things. So our friend Matt, who you just saw, a tall guy, big
Well, that's
bushy eyebrows, back
specifically
there.
that calling card is rewards.
We
You'd
did a
actually have to
TV
play.
show, with the Boulet brothers called Dragula. And they did a Dead by Daylight themed episode, which was flipping cool. And why not turn it around and now bring them into Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, it was super cool. I'm jealous of Matt, but they also have a video to talk to us about it.
All right.
This is Dracula and Swantula, your Queens of Darkness, the Boulet brothers, and we are so excited about our crossover with Dead by Daylight. One of my favorite episodes of the show is when we did our Dead by Daylight challenge, and our cast had to come up with looks worthy of becoming a new killer skin.
That's kind of crazy.
The Boulet Brothers collection will feature 2 outfits. The first is the iconic outfit for the Huntress, modeled after the winning design
Oh my goodness.
of the episode.
Oh my
Second
goodness.
is the Boulet Brothers artist outfit.
Oh, hold
for
on,
the
let me see that
artist,
skin, bro.
Which is a mix of both of us. Keep an eye out for that collection releasing on July.
Let me see that Hunter skin one more time.
We'll see you in the fog.
Hey, run back the Hunter skin for me, please. Real quick.
Look at that.
That goes hard.
Couple of concepts here of what you just saw.
That also goes hard.
We're going to keep it rolling because
God
this
damn,
show
why did
doesn't
they-
have a
never
limited
mind.
time. So next up is something from the extended world of Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
What can you tell us about this one?
So last year, Supermassive Games released The Casting of Frank Stone, which explored the origins of a brand new killer.
Cool, but
This
mid-game.
year,
It was a weird
Frank
game.
Stone in his
I thought it was
trans-
cool, but it was all... Dude, somebody fucking loved Frank Stone.
in
Holy
his
shit.
transformed state, will be entering the entity's trials as a cool new legendary outfit for the Trapper.
That makes sense. There's like one Frank Stone fan there that was
You can
happy
look for
as could
the
be for that.
Frankstone's champion outfit to be released in September.
And just as a note, if you played the game, you know that's a screenshot from the casting of Frank Stone. It's not an in-game shot just yet from Dead by Daylight, but that is what it's based on. So stay tuned for that one.
I mean, that's cool.
All right, last one. Oh, actually, before I go on, in case you haven't played the casting of Frank Stone, which I think you should, it is now 80% off right now. No excuse not to buy it. Go play that amazing game.
Silent crowd, by the way.
Supermassive.
They
love that. Okay,
they ain't gonna comment on that
Rose
one.
has brought for us today is
The one
new
fan
outfits
had to be
the
here.
Existing fan favorite collection.
Yep, we're adding
I fucked with the
new
casting of Frank
outfits
Stone, but I
to
also
the
it's weird.
Tomb
It was a
Raider
weird game.
collection,
It was cool, but also was mid. It was weird.
Both of which are releasing on August 5th. The first one is Lara's Classic Ensemble, which is
W.
the iconic
Tomb
look.
Raider, Lara Croft.
Yep, this is the iconic look that started.
I'm surprised
off
it
with
wasn't
Tomb Raider.
there
We're
already, but I
super
guess it
happy
was
to
based on the
be
modern games.
Bringing it to Dead by Daylight. We'll also be adding in another outfit, but we'll be sharing more news about that in the future.
Yep. Wasn't ready yet. Just stay tuned.
Fans will recognize it though.
That's true. Get hype. Thank you so much, Rose. I told you this would be fine. FNAF is a big deal, but these are a big deal too, right, guys?
Yeah, following up FNAF has got to be very nerve-wracking, I feel. It feels like nothing you do afterwards
There's
matters.
plenty of other collections that are still going to be releasing. We just don't have a million years on the show to show you all of them. So stay tuned. Check out Dead by Daylight, our social media, and you can catch them there. And now, Rose, I will bid you adieu. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
Folks, now you get to spend a minute with me. I'm sorry. So we are here for Dead by Daylight's 9th anniversary, but we are also Behavior, a game studio that does other things, and we thought, why not just take just a minute to tell you about something cool that we're doing outside of Dead by Daylight. There is a desire from ourselves to help out and publish other smaller horror games where we can, and our first foray into that is with an amazingly cool little game, and it's called It Has My Face. Not my face, don't worry. So it is a first-person roguelite set in a dystopian city, and within the city you have to find and kill your own clone. If the clone doesn't kill you first. It Has My Face started as a game jam creation by Nightbite Studios, which is 2 people. And in fact, they have recorded a little message for us today just to introduce themselves. So let's go to that.
Oh my god, that scared me for some reason.
Salih, founder of Nightbite Games and the lead developer of It
I don't know why, bro. It scared me.
Game
The way he
actually
faded in
started
was so
as a
majestic.
game around a team of clones, and the response was amazing. After the jam, I kept working on it for years, and later my brother joined the project. We are a tiny team making this really unique and awesome game with lots of love. So I hope you enjoy the game as much as we do making it every day.
For the record, when the stream ends, I will
Thank
be
you for
going
your
back
support and
to the
stay tuned
FNAF
for
reveal so we
more
can actually like look at the screenshots more for the record. For anyone who's still here, we will be going back to it. I think that's what they're saying. Yeah, Behavior is the publisher. It seems like a silly idea. Kill.
All right.
Neat, I
So
guess.
you can actually head to Steam right now if you want to check out the demo of It Has My Face and wishlist it. It's going to be in early access later this year. One last thing from the extended world of Behavior. Who has heard of Red Hook Studios, the creators of Darkest Dungeon? Yeah.
Yeah.
They are also doing their anniversary stream today from PAX. It is later today, in fact, the anniversary for Darkest Dungeon 2. It's at 6 p.m. right here from PAX if you want to check it out. It's not at PAX. I'm lying, but it's today. I'm at PAX, and my brain is melted.
This bro been trolling the whole stream,
second
bro.
Anniversary stream for Darkest Dungeon 2 is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
This bro been trolling the whole stream.
Out on Twitch at Red Hook Studios. I believe we're even going to be hosting it on our own channel, so if you're lazy, you can just stay here. And that's your Eric Pope interlude. We're going to get back to the fun action now with Dave Richard. Dave, come out here.
Hey, this I am curious about. I am curious about this. I am curious about
I gotta
this.
readjust myself. Hi,
Not
Dave.
gonna lie.
Hello.
All right, Dave. We got a clock counting us down, so we're gonna zip through this. But this is an awesome one. This one is my personal favorite thing of the entire show.
Stop the cap.
As it should, yes.
It is. So it's a new original chapter coming.
Yep.
A new killer, new survivor,
Yes.
and that's kind of all we know.
Yeah, we don't know anything about this chapter because you have not created it yet.
Interesting.
What does that mean?
What does that mean, Dave?
Yeah, okay. Okay, so obviously we have an amazing community. They have a lot of creativity.
Uh-huh.
We've seen it in, homemade killers and some pitches online, how to balance the game, everything. So we want to be able to create a chapter from scratch.
It's gonna be like the Minecraft mob vote, bro.
Every step,
That ass.
pre-production to the end of the process.
Yeah, so it's going to lead us up to our 10th anniversary. It's going to be an awesome experience that we're going to get. It's a long
It's
experience,
a
too.
cool idea. I just wonder how well this is gonna go.
So, Dave, I'm super excited about this. How did this idea germinate and come about?
Well,
Germinate is a
thinking about it for
crazy word.
A bit. We wanted to make sure that we could do this right, and I think we found the right format.
Uh-huh.
I think so. So do you want to talk about the format, or do you want to tease it a little more?
I guess. Okay. So basically what we want to do is we will not go just, hey, let's get comments online and do something, people suggest. We want to make sure that we give you the right choices to build this so that we end up with something extraordinary that everybody will love. And so we are using a choose-your-own-adventure format for this.
Okay.
Matt is like, ooh, Matt's impressed backstage. Thank you, Matt.
We have some folks here who are pretty young, might not know what Choose Your Own Adventure is.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a series of
Democracy.
books, and you read a story. There's a great narrative. And
This is how
you
liberty
have
dies.
a at every page that will bring you
With
either
thunderous
to the
applause.
dungeon to open a door, and then you go to that other page of the
Yikes.
choice you've made until you die horribly or get out of the book. So we want to do something similar for building the character. So a strong
Again,
narrative. That
cool
will bring
idea.
you
I just don't know how well this is gonna go.
these, creature, killer, survivor.
Also, Choose Your Own Adventure is still around.
And so every week or
That bro kind of showed his age by
Davis,
saying young people might not know what it is.
you
FNAF
will
literally
be able
has
to
Choose Your Own
vote
Adventure
on
books
some
now.
choices
They like
to
just started
build from
not too long ago.
each of these characters.
Absolutely.
Which I own them, but I haven't
So I think
read them
the
yet.
community's probably going to make something special.
But I
with
do
those
own them.
choices And pretty wild. Do you want to kind of give an example?
least the ones that are out, of
what
course.
Like those choices.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a killer, for example. We would start with the eye-level fantasy of who this character is. So, for example, we might ask, would you prefer to have a killer that's grounded into reality? Would you prefer a supernatural character, otherworldly character? And so we have these.
It is the Minecraft mob vote.
And then, based on the top vote, we move on
Yep.
to.
It's the Minecraft mob
with the
vote.
Story. And so we would define a little bit more precisely. So, for example, if the top vote is supernatural, then maybe
Very
the other
abstract.
choice would be, is it
Cool idea. Like I keep saying, I keep repeating myself. I like the idea of this, but again,
as occult supernatural power?
if the same thing that happens with the Minecraft mob vote, if a content creator
and of course the power
pushes
And so we're gonna
something,
do the
that
same
thing
thing
is going to
with
win
survivor.
regardless if anyone else wants it.
Absolutely. Of course,
happened with Glow
survivors have
Squid?
Powers, but they have perks.
I don't hate the Glow
Design,
Squid, but
they
still,
have
it's what happened.
Rich backstory. Why do we empathize with them? So you'll get to forge this story. You know, what relationship they have and how it.
Because what are they going to do if we all vote for something that's like Gooner?
Yeah, so essentially you'll be
like some Gooner bait shit or something. They're just going to say, we can't do that, sorry. My bad.
And then maybe the next week or the next time we check in a couple weeks, you'll see the results of your previous vote. Okay, now we have an otherworldly killer. And then you move on from there. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. You got it. But there is a twist. So just like in the Choose Your Own Adventure books, of course, you can always...
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying
the different choice.
The idea that we choose something
to get the best thing you
as a joke as a community. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I wonder what would happen if we purposefully chose like really stupid shit.
Is a change your fate mechanic.
What did I miss? The
batting choice of the
really all you miss is that they're
winning choice that you voted on and the
basically doing the Minecraft mob vote that we get to create a chapter with them, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain, to be honest.
There's a lot of question there. There's a lot of steps. And, you know, for killers right now, as we designed this, we're over 1,000 different possibility of ending killers. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
You should see the crazy flowchart Miro.
Okay, so they have pre-approved votes.
So the idea is to take all these folks through the whole...
That makes sense.
Yeah?
Because what I was thinking is, what if the community purposely chose all the stupid options to make something incredibly dumb, but they have pre-approved things you can vote for? That kind of makes sense.
We will involve you in production as well. So anytime that usually in a chapter creation, we get to decide which outfit, which weapon...
Yeah, I know you're still pissed about that, Rex 404.
Different concept, and we choose...
Me bringing it up gave bro a PTSD attack.
Involve you into that. So, for example, for the killer's weapon, we would show you 3 different concepts of weapons with lore attached, the reasoning why the killer would use this, and you will vote on the one you want in the final product.
Yep, it's a big experiment that I'm psyched to take you through because you might actually learn something along the way about how flippin' complex game development is.
Yeah, to say it for like the 10th time. Cool idea. I just don't know how it's gonna go in the end.
We'd love to be
But
able
we'll see.
to have more PTBs along the way too, so that you can also play the prototypes, which is something that you don't usually see.
Yep. So, whoa,
That is cool.
Yeah. So the idea is, you know, our 10th anniversary, almost a yearish from now, is all about you, the community. So that's a really nice thematic way to build up towards it throughout.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. That's kind of neat.
Absolutely. So it's going to take a while. It's going to be a super nice adventure. Can't wait to see what you will choose, what you will build. We've done some internal tests, and every time we ended up with a different concept, which was amazingly interesting.
Human mind is unpredictable.
We want to have this available for our 10th anniversary year, so sometime in 2026.
Yeah, it's been super fun testing it internally. Dave's essentially been our dungeon master as we create this new character. It's super cool. So, right, we're not going to wait too long to get started. Just hang tight another couple weeks, and our first vote will roll out, and then we'll just
God,
go
the
on
Fnaf
from
chapter
there.
cannot
We
come
can
quick
do
enough, dude.
Pretty much what we want.
But we got Secret of the Mimic to hold us
questions
over.
during this process, like, oh, what should we do for this? And the answer keeps coming back, well, whoa, let's let the community choose. So right down to the name of the chapter, you know, we're talking about everything. So we'll see you out there.
So keep an eye out on our socials so that you know when it starts and you get to vote on the first choice.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave,
Awesome.
Hey, no problem.
for joining us one more time. Thank you.
Thank you, Bax.
We're shockingly on time, and that means I get to make a merch shout out. Let's see that merch, folks. Matt's
Bro couldn't waste this opportunity.
You can maybe still
That trapper
get
shirt kind of goes
some-
hard. That design kind of goes hard.
This one, the merch down at the
I won't
booth,
lie.
that's selling out fast. And this you can get on the shop.
This shirt
right
sucks,
now
though.
On the DVD
I hate
shop.
shirts like this, where it's just like, we got the tiny ass little logo on it. It's like barely, it's just a normal t-shirt, dude.
Yeah, so yeah, we are at the end of the show. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us. Normally, this is the bit of the show, if you've watched the anniversary once or twice, where you figure, oh, there's got to be something that comes after, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, we've tried to do things a little differently this year. So
because we heard Gorgiro was going to attend, and we're like, cancel it. Let's not do anything special for this one.
So if you've paid very
a bad
close attention
He's
to
a
the
bad
show,
person. He's crazy.
you will notice that we've already told you what the license coming after Five Nights at Freddy's is.
Stop letting him say it, please.
So
you already told them throughout the show.
yeah, there's been a bunch of clues hidden throughout
Oh,
the
hell no.
broadcast. A bunch of hints.
Oh, hell no.
So I want you to.
I'm gonna let someone else figure that out.
Hats, Polly, we're looking at you. And then give us our best speculations and theories of
Interesting.
what you think it is. Actually, anybody here knows?
Shrek.
That's what I'm saying. You should just say Fnaf.
Yeah, I think Shrek is in the maybe pile.
So they hid the next licensed chapters throughout the stream. That's interesting. That's cute.
Go on our socials, tag us, and give us your best speculations and your best guesses. We will let you know if you were right. Go back, watch the show.
We heard they like teasers, right?
Shrek
so
would go
do some
hard.
Teasing of what the next chapter is
There you
instead
go.
of just shouting it at you on a stage. Shout out to the Binding of Isaac. Actually, they were just talking about us on Twitter. Yeah. But it's
How
not
would the Binding of Isaac work? How would that work?
You're not supposed
I
to.
shouldn't say that, but
no,
it's
you're
not.
not supposed to. All right. Well, one last time. Thank you again
Yeah.
so
Thank
very
you.
much.
Tank.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Boston, Massachusetts.
Fallout 4.
We do have another stream coming shortly. We'll announce the date when we can to reveal
Skibbity toilet. The
specifics
answer
of
is
the
skibbity
Five
toilet.
Nights at Freddy's chapter, how the gameplay works and all that. Stay tuned.
And come see us at the booth afterwards. We'll be happy to hug and shake hands.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
I have. All right, so we're gonna go back to the FNAF one now, so I can actually like look at the screenshots and shit. I have a feeling there's gonna be like some people on Twitter who are gonna be disappointed that we didn't see like quote unquote enough. But I don't know. I'm pretty content with what we got. To be honest, it was pretty hype. No cap. Since they're doing The Witcher, I just want to see. Well, we already saw the night skin. Okay, boo-hoo, bro. Cry about it, bro. My fault. My fault. That's mod abuse. My fault. I just want to look at the trailer again. Even though it's really blurry, because they haven't posted it. Actually, hold on. I guess we can check if they've posted it yet. I don't think they have. Yeah, they haven't posted it, so we're gonna have like a really blurry version, but that's fine. I think there's also a VHS filter, which doesn't help. This was really quick and simple. His model looks so good. Oh, does he have a knife? Hold on, chat. I think I see a weapon for like a second. You can kind of see. I might be schizo here, but you can kind of see like a shape, like sticking out of his hand, but it's like it's pointed towards us, so you can't really see what it is, and you probably can't even see it because of the pixels. But like, there's like a couple. There's a few pixels shifting right here. That could be his finger, but I also think it actually might be a knife that he's pointing at us. Which would make sense, because he always has used a knife, except for the games. Ironically. And this art looks really, really dope. I wonder if it's based on... Like, I wonder if Scott gave them a model, because it looks more like FNAF 3 than it does FNAF Help Wanted, but I wonder what model they based it on. But it looks good. I mean, this is obviously just the art, but... You know. Alright, where were the little pictures at? Let me fast forward a little bit.
The right choice. Springtrap is to...
He will be known as the animatronic.
I am slightly disappointed by the animatronic. I really wanted to be called the Yellow Rabbit, because that name just goes so hard. But the animatronic is also fun. That makes sense. It's fine. It's fine. It's a fine name.
Absolutely. Or the per. See something and kill. Or we do...
One of the outfit show.
This was crazy. This is cool. I'm glad we have this. Although, for a couple seconds in this animation, it looks really weird. Until he, like, stands up straight. When he was, like, crouched like that, he looks really funny. I don't know why. But, I mean, this looks good. The little crisp burn design. We still don't know why it looks like that, do we? They never answered that in the movie. Why he has, like, burn marks and, like, withering. But... And he has a knife. So, yeah, 100% Springtrap just has a knife. How good is it? If you weren't here for it, because we're going back and just looking at it now, I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed that all they really showed was what it looks like, but I'm very content with it. Especially considering we get Matthew Lillard as well. We get game Springtrap and movie Springtrap. We get both. Best of both worlds. I will be, after the stream is over, I will be editing this to make like a quick little video about it. So anything that you missed is probably going to be in there. But we get both. We get, the actual killer is game Springtrap, and we get Matthew Lillard's skin with Matthew Lillard voice lines. And since Matthew Lillard is holding a knife here, I think I'm right about earlier. I think Springtrap just has a knife, which is good, because I was going to be so pissed off if they gave him an axe. I just want to go back to the screenshots because I want to analyze him a little bit deeper. The face looks good too for Matthew Lillard. Back to Matthew Lillard tweaking.
Cool guy.
Give me the screenshots, please. Yes, okay. So I'm like, yeah, dude, this map looks so cool. So it is an original pizzeria, but they're taking like design notes from the first game and the movie. Because obviously this is the movie sign and the entrance is the movie, but the layout isn't the movie. Exactly. So it's an original pizzeria, which is cool. I knew it was going to be in this realm. I called that it was going to be in the Garden of Joy realm because aesthetically it just makes so much sense. I can tell it's that because of the skybox and this hook. So that's cool. Yeah, God, it looks so good, dude. No survivor, but I'm content with having Matthew Lillard.
So we took inspiration.
Next screenshot, please. Yes, this screenshot. This screenshot. So yeah, they have like the movie arch, and then you can see the homies in the back. But like the actual dining room is more FNAF 1, but it's like FNAF 1 married to the movie. Which is kind of, dude, his model looks so good. It's so authentic, dude. I mean, it's blurry because we're on the live stream still. Actually, hold on. Let me take off my live reaction so we can see better. My fault. There we go. But yeah, he just looks so crisp. He looks so good. He even has, actually, if you actually really look at him, he has like the weird Scott texturing on him. Like the weird vein thing that Scott does. That's cool. They actually like emulated that a little bit. That's kind of neat. It's not like exactly the same, but it's like, that's cool. Wow. Wow. This cannot come soon enough, dude.
So instead of looking at it through surprises, and of course...
Oh, dude, in this shot too, bro. We got the homies, dude. And these will be original models, probably. And they're definitely based on the game. That's not movie Freddy. But we got new FNAF models, dude, and they're probably like 4K as shit because it's a DBD, got a generator. In a previous screenshot, we saw a different configuration of this table, where there was a palette here, and then the arcade. Which, for the record, this sign, I swear to God, is like a bootleg sign on like Amazon. I swear I've seen this exact sign before, so that's kind of funny. But then again, it's not really copyright infringement if you're taking from the people who are taking from you. So I guess that's fair. Oh, there's a kid drawing here too. That's neat. All the posters are like burned. We got the Fazbear Entertainment logo on the balloons. That's cool. You can go up on the stage too, by the way. I can see that, so that's fucking awesome. It looks like you can get behind backstage too.
Jump scares.
God. This looks, I'm just gonna mute it, dude. This shit looks so fucking good. And then I think this is the last screenshot we saw. So there's gonna be a second floor. Maybe. I mean, this could just be a hole in the roof, actually. But then, yeah, you have a palette here. You have a different configuration. Because for anyone who doesn't know, potentially, all DBD maps have, like, random generation to them. They're not completely randomly generated, but they have, like, differences each time. There's different tiles. So this could look different each time. But it's just so fucking cool looking. We could see them a little bit better in the screenshot, too. Chica's head looks a little bit weird to me, but probably just from a distance. God, this shit is going to be so heat. We still got a couple months, but like I said, we got Secret of the Milk. Yeah, and then the ball pit, dude. The ball pit, bro. And it's even got blood coming out of it, dude. They know what they're doing with that. They know what they're doing with this reference, bro. Oh my goodness. Ball trap, dude. I can't escape into the pit, bro. Crazy to think how far we've come from the first game. I know, right? Yeah, I know. It's not only just simply like how many games, because what, there's 12 games now, but like the idea that we have a movie, dozens of books, a game collab. Granted, the movie was announced like 10 years ago, but still. We got a DBD collab, because this is a big deal for multiple reasons, because number one, this is just a big deal for DBD, but like FNAF just does not do collabs. I don't really count Funko Fusion, although you kind of can. But like they technically own like the Freddy Funko, so Funko could use Freddy. But like this is like a full-blown collab. Also, I did not expect the Matthew Lillard skin because this wasn't a collab with like Blumhouse or Universal. This was a collab with Scott himself. So I thought it was just going to be the game. But we get the game and the movie, man. Like I said, no Survivor. But the fact that we get a Matthew Lillard legendary skin with Matthew Lillard lines, that's enough for me. We don't get a Canon Michael Afton design. Scott doesn't want to do that, but it's okay. And yeah, I also, I forget it exists sometimes too, yeah. And that was the last screenshot we saw. God, but it looks so good, dude. I'm glad he has a knife, or seems to have a knife, not an axe, because the axe would be goofy. We don't know what his power is. They didn't show that. They didn't show gameplay. They didn't show perks. They're not doing that yet, but I'm content. I'm content. I really hope, they didn't say it, But since Matthew Lillard is voicing the legendary skin, I really hope PJ Haywood, the original William voice actor, has at least one line as Springtrap. Although, now that I think about it, FNAF 3 Springtrap just moaned. Now, if Pinhead didn't get a survivor, FNAF does not deserve. That's kind of a good point, because it's not like there weren't choices for Pinhead. For Hellraiser, rather, I should say. Yeah. Probably not, because he doesn't talk. Yeah, true. True. It'd just be cool, though. It'd be cool. This tiny-ass child shoe, dude. Is that Oswald? Is that Oswald's shoe, dude? Rip Oswald, bro. I can't wait for, like, the Easter eggs on the map, too, because you just know there's gonna be, like, Midnight Motorists or some shit right here. In fact, I wonder if they just, like, might have, like, took some stuff from Security Breach for this. That'd actually be kind of cool, right? Like, they put, like, Hangry Fredbear or something, because this has, like, the same color as that. Maybe when you select them on the menu. Yeah, they do that for a couple characters. They have little voice lines in the menu, so that could be cool. I hope so. The only reason I'm thinking that is because Matthew Lillard voiced his version, so it'd be cool to have PJ Haywood the original. But, you know, obviously it doesn't have to happen. But yeah, that's that. We got really good visuals, but no gameplay or anything, but that's cool. I'm content. It looks great. The Matthew Lillard skin is cool. You know, that's really cool. This menu for it looks really cool. Actually, this isn't even the FNAF menu. Actually, it is. It's the 9th anniversary and the FNAF menus, like both. Anyway, I'm hyped. This is going to be cool. We like I said, we didn't get everything that a lot of people might have wanted, per se, but I didn't think we were going to anyway, because the chapter is still a couple months out. But again, we have Secret of the Mimic in a month. That'll hold us over. Plus, we're getting a Steel Wool interview tomorrow from Daco. Shout out Daco, even though he doesn't need it from me. We're eating good, chat. We got the second movie coming out, and I've heard, this doesn't mean it's true, I've heard that the third movie is going to come out much quicker than the second one did, it was only a year gap, but still, I've heard that it's going to come out much quicker, so we're eating good, chat. It's a good time to be a FNAF fan. That's all I'm saying. But I think I'll wrap it here, chat. Thank you for joining me. I had fun, as always. We just talk. Just have a silly time. Like I said, I think I'm going to quickly edit this into like a quick little thing, just for a short reaction and put it on my channel. I am uploading a real video tomorrow. I'm uploading a fan game tomorrow, so be there for that. 1 p.m. is when I usually upload. But today, I'm going to squeeze out a little reaction video, probably. So, goodbye, Beachness. Goodbye. Goodbye, all of you. Have a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I'll see you whenever I see you. Who knows? Who knows with Sadsuki?